Earthstone with what is that? Oh, it's coming from my thing. I was like, what the heck is that? Let's do it to it. I challenge you.
Here it comes. Accept.
What will I do? I'm gonna do Hunter.
I'm gonna do my Paladin.
Oh, you've probably gotten better at Paladin.
No, I haven't played since we played last.
I know, me neither. Okay, cool. Level playing field.
It's super level. Fucking Akira's asking if I'm gonna screen look. Man, I ain't screen looking. All right. Well, here you go. Nothing.
I'm gonna do nothing.
Oh, you got nothing either?
Sweep the leg.
I ain't got nothing. No, I just have the chat open. I don't have the screen open.
I'm gonna...
Oh, man. Oh, sorry. It's my turn. Oh, man. Every you summon a beast card, draw a card. I don't like that. Starving Buzzard.
Whoa! Oh, is this
Sack that dude.
is there taunt deck here? Oh my gosh!
I love defensy.
Alright, time to focus.
Mm-mm. But you know, it's weird. Usually you have music playing in the background that I can't hear, but I have my own music on, Satchel.
So you're in your own world.
I'm in my own world, dancing up a storm. No, so I saw that band, the National, played SNL last week.
Okay.
Um, and I was like, oh, these guys are pretty good. And then I went to my iTunes and I was like, oh, I already have an album from them and 3 other songs.
Nice.
So, like, pretty much this is how I get into music, right? Paul will be like, hey, you should listen to this band. You'll really like it. And I'll be like, yeah, totally. Give it to me. And then I'll never listen to it. And then 6 months
You
later,
find it on your own, and you're like,
yeah,
dude.
I'll find it on my own. I'm like, I don't know if you know of this band, Paul, but it's very good. So that's me in the National right now.
That's great. Is this level better for the microphone? People in internet land?
Oh, I am playing the National Graceless right now on my brain.
On the
Yeah, Kira, dude, why, dude? SNL's great. I don't know why people like hate on SNL real bad.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I think it's like a comedy nerd thing.
Oh, that's weird.
I feel like everybody always thinks that like everybody has. Oh, sweet, thanks, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Satchel says hello.
Hello.
I feel like with SNL, everybody has like kind of like this weird nostalgia about like the years past. Like I feel like when Will Ferrell started, everybody was like, "The guy's not funny, man. He just does the same thing over and over again." And now that like Will Ferrell is gone, everyone's like, "Oh, Will Ferrell's year was the best." And I feel like Kristen Wiig was like that when she was on there. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm so tired of Kristen Wiig." And now that she's gone, everybody's like, "Oh, Kristen Wiig was the best part of that show."
Huh.
Oh my god, I'm not paying attention. I'm talking about SNL. And
I
you're
think I
dominating
did something stupid. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait for Chad to tell me if it was dumb or not.
Oh, they'll tell you, Tash.
This is like a good way of growing. I just
Yeah.
try things. Oh, I should just do this now.
The top 3 cards. Okay.
This seems cool. I love that mug.
Oh, thanks, man. Dude, I got it from the radio station. It was a promotional mug for this Fox show called Breaking In. So
Oh.
I don't know if it's still on the air, but it's still on my cabinet.
Get rid of Shield Master whenever you can. By the way, hi Patrick.
Oh, hey, man.
Patrick's a lovely man.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I met him on accident. I was at PAX in Seattle.
Oh, yeah?
And some dude dropped a water bottle on the floor. So
Oh, shit.
naturally I picked it up like, "Hey, you dropped your canteen." And it was Patty.
That's awesome.
And I was like, "Hey." We didn't get to hang out though. That kind of sucked.
Yeah, sometimes at that stuff it gets a little hectic.
Right, yeah. Mad peeps, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, are you going to PAX East?
Indeed. Are you?
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun. I don't know what to expect. I've never been to PAX.
It should be fun. It's like have you been to either PAX, like PAX Prime?
No, none of them.
Okay. It's what did I want to say? It's very like confined in a kind of way. Like it's just like one big like arena area with booths everywhere, you know what I mean? Rather than it being like partitioned or segmented in any kind of way, it's kind of big area, so like you kind of work your way around the edges to see everything. It's cool though.
Okay, that's cool.
And there's this big like overpass above it all that when you walk across it, you look down, you see everyone moving, and it's wild. It's cool.
Oh, that's cool. is it like, is it still fun, or does it get like, is it getting like too big? Do you know what I mean? Like, how many years have you gone?
Only one. My first year was last year. And when I went, it was pretty cool. I think it was pretty easy to see everything in like a day, you know. But honestly, these days I don't know. I don't really go to cons for like super big booths. Like,
Yeah.
I go to like hang out, have a good time with friends. Like, you guys will be there. Like, we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe if there was like an informational panel or something like that, you know, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, they have panels and stuff, right? They have panels.
Yeah.
Like there, like
If
panels at MagFest or like Comic-Con panels.
Ooh. I'd say more like MagFest, but obviously it's a larger scale, so there's more people, you know? So
Right.
the places get filled out a lot more. I imagine there are squatters and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, they still have like ones with like intriguing questions and what have you. There's this one con I'm really looking forward to going to in Brooklyn, hosted by, I think it's called Kill Screen. I guess they do just video game stuff. Maybe they do more. Maybe they do overall media stuff. But that's more. It's more like. See that I really like what they're doing. They're very much like. Hold on, let me actually make a move. The other B self plus one. Ooh. It's more of like, and it's really what I like. I like websites and like collectives of people that are kind of doing, if it has to do with video games, like crossroads between video games and art. Like there's there's one website called the Track Mode that does that, where they definitely have like a community of like active creative people that are doing like really interesting things, but they also happen to be fans of games, and I don't know, there's something about that I really like.
Okay, that's cool.
So the talks are more along the lines of, actually I can probably pull up some Whoa, Divine Shield.
Yeah, man, on that bear. And he's got
that's
taunt,
such
man.
that's so pest-like.
That's so annoying.
Ooh. I know what I'll do. Yes.
Whoa.
So let's get rid of that. Oh, right, it kills you. Ah!
Well, he's
I got this.
dispensable.
There we go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, why do you have to do 3? That means I have to sacrifice. Wait, I guess I don't have to.
Yeah.
My niece, 'cause I don't know her anymore.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna chill. Oh yeah, Pat. Yeah, no, it was still chill just meeting you. That was cool. It wasn't like, oh man, you hang out with me.
All right. I gotta do this thing.
Oh no.
Gotta clear that board, man.
Ah, dude. Oh, that would have changed the way I drew my card.
Sorry.
I was like, oh, I got board
right.
control.
Let's see. I can bust these dudes out. And I need some defense. Yeah, let me just do that. Oh shit, wrong one. Oh, for fart's sake. Oh, what the what?
For fart's sake. That's funny.
Shit, what are these? Oh, they're just snakes. They're just snakes.
Oh, I know what. Man, I'm a dummy.
Poop. Yeah, I guess I gotta bust this dude. Just put out some defense.
I should have done the risky thing. Man. Man. Well.
Oh yeah, dude, I meant to tell you, Satch. Akira's asking if I saw last night. My wife and I went and saw Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah, I needed to see that. How was it? I bet it was amazing.
It is great. It was so
was.
good, man. It was so well done. It was, you know what, like, I love everything that dude does. Just like right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Except I think I didn't like Fantastic Mr. Fox at first, and then after watching it a few more times, I liked it. And I felt like that with Rushmore, but I was like 15 when that came out, so that that was part of it.
Yeah.
But dude, it's it definitely doesn't have like the Royal Tenenbaums like spot in my heart.
Right.
But it's definitely like super well done. He like incorporates all this stuff like from Fantastic Mr. Fox, like all these different like animation. Like he does like miniatures and like animation for like these exterior shots, and it just looks so magical, right?
Nice.
It's so he's like such and like an auteur, and like that sounds like, you know,
Yeah.
the most
He is
like,
though.
but he is. He's just so good at what he does. Like if anybody would do what he does, it'd be like, oh, you're just copying Wes Anderson, you know, and that would just be the end of it.
Yeah.
But he like it's just so unique, and I can see how people would kind of like get a little frustrated with it. But I just find all this stuff like super charming. Like every shot, I was just like, oh my God, they're so great. I was like chuckling. I was like, it's just so good looking. And like, so he shoots it in 3 different aspect ratios. So there's like a present, a past, and then like a way back past.
Oh, what a cool way of conveying that.
Oh my God, it's so great. You know, like, I mean, we've all seen like color schemes and color correction to handle that kind of stuff. But like to see someone use like that kind of thing, and I thought it would, like when I saw it in Dark Knight, I was like, oh, that's awesome, that's really cool. You see like the IMAX, and then it goes back and forth. But then watching Dark Knight now, I'm like, it's kind of annoying because it like cuts back and forth between like the IMAX and like the 2.35 stuff so often.
Right.
But with this, it's purposeful and it's like thought out, and it just makes sense. And like when you do make that jump in time, it's always like it's like purposeful, and it's part of the story. It's never just like cutting back to say one line, you know. It's like a scene takes place kind of thing, so it's not as jarring. But so like the way back past where most of the movie takes place is in 4:3, which is like, I like can't stand that aspect ratio. I hate it.
Yeah, there's something about it that
it's just so
it's like,
squarey.
why did we ever have it?
Yeah, right. And like that's
like, even with it, we letterboxed everything.
Right,
so.
exactly, man. And like even like way back in the day, like, you know, just watching like regular TV before like everybody made that like HD kind of switch over. Just like nothing just like looked right. It just never. I was like, I don't know how to. You like look at them like, I don't know how to frame things. Like I don't know how to put things, like put somebody on the left hand side of the frame, because there's only like 2 halves. You know, it's not
right.
It doesn't divide into like thirds well, right?
Yeah,
but like,
there's no room for like true white space.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so crazy. But then, so the way I think he combats that is like everything is just very tall. Like everything feels very vertical. Like there was like one point I was just like, it just feels like someone shot it with a cell phone the wrong way, like vertically instead of horizontally.
Right.
But like not in like a negative way. It just all the characters seem like elongated, and like I think personally all like the sets seem like longer and seem like lengthy. And I guess that's part of like the grandeur of like the hotel and stuff. It like adds to that.
Yeah, of course.
It's just it was just so good, man. It was just super duper good.
Dude, that's rad.
But yeah, like the switch back
too.
and forth is like it's pretty nice. It just separates things really nicely, so you don't have to like question. You don't have to like question like what time period. You just know right off the bat. It just feels differently, and I think like lenses probably play a part in that too. But it's just, oh man, it was so great. And like everybody shows up, like all these actors show up, and you're just like, oh god, I love that guy. That guy's great. That guy's so good. Like every time Adrian Brody
what
comes
an all-star
on,
lineup, dude.
dude, and he just gets these people on repeat. Like I'll watch anything with Jason Schwartzman, right? But then Adrian Brody shows up, and I'm like, I love that guy. I want him to be in more stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's so good. Yo, have you seen Predators?
You mean like from the 90s?
No, like Robert Rodriguez produced this this like Predator remake, or not like a remake, but like I don't know, continuation of the Predator series, right? And he got this other director directed. He just like produced it and stuff. And at first I was like, this seems kind of dumb. Like why would you remake Predator? It's great, but it's not a remake. It's a different kind of thing. But Adrian Brody's the main guy, and he's so badass in it. It's really, really well done. You should check it out if you
Nice,
can.
yeah.
Like it starts really nice. Like it starts like the movie Cube, where like all these characters, or like Lost kind of, where like all these characters show up and they just try and figure out how they all got there. So like that's like a really interesting dynamic. It just starts like that. It's pretty well done. But like Adrian Brody's in that, and I just like love him and all that stuff. Dude, your deck has a lot of secrets, man.
Yeah. I have a lot of no health. Dude, you're about to wreck me really hard.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll just do this. Wait, did that not hurt you?
So that hurt.
Did it? Okay.
I see my health.
I thought you had
It's
10
lower.
to start with. I'm
No.
sorry.
Oh, you just thought you were beating me further
I
already.
just thought I was further on.
Nothing to see here. So you guys shoot at Paul's place?
For the regular show, we shoot at my house, and then
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I had no idea.
yeah, we shoot.
Because I was like,
in the living room.
I don't think Paul has all that space in his living room. Maybe he
No,
does.
his living room is pretty tight. You haven't been to Paul's yet?
Yeah. That's where he had his Christmas party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Paul's is pretty tight. I mean, not that my house is like a little bit wider, maybe, but not by much.
I can't believe you got that backdrop for only 30. Wait, that doesn't include the like holder thing too, right?
No, just the green screen.
That's
I
huge.
think it was
Okay.
40. I'd have to double check, but I think it was like $40.
Okay.
And then the stand wasn't. It came with like this kit to like hang everything. I don't think that was too much more expensive either.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really cool. I saw the Instagram earlier this week. I guess I don't know if you guys posted up like what your setup looks like before, but I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it gets a little cramped, especially for the thing we were doing that we were shooting the other day. We had the couch in like a weird spot, so we were trying to do more like full body stuff.
Okay.
So I think that's where we're having some issues, just trying to get like full frame shots of us gets a little tough.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Satchel. But yeah, so with the couch, we have like plenty of space. Well, not plenty of space, but it works for what we do.
Yeah.
And then Paul's is, I think it's a little cramped. Do you know why? Because his stairs take up most of that living room, whereas in my house, where we shoot it, like in my like living room, there's like the stairs don't start until past like closer to the kitchen.
Okay. And are you in like are you guys in a house right now?
Yeah. Rebecca and I have a
Okay.
house.
Nice.
It's like a row home, and it's like a South Philly looking home.
A row home? Like it's by the water?
No, it's
Wait, I don't know what that means. I probably sounded
Oh,
really dumb just now.
no. It's almost like I guess in New York it'd be like a brownstone. I don't know. How would you describe this, Rebecca?
Oh, I see. Like
Yeah. I guess like a brownstone, like in New York.
oh, like sort of like in Brooklyn, like they're all kind of next to each other. They're all kind of connected in a kind of way, and then they have the
Exactly.
stairways. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Oh, dude, that's where you guys shot the is it the area you guys shot the Smart Guys Kickstarter trailer thing?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. So we shot part of that in my house, and then like right outside our house and stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, it works for right now. Yeah, we shot a couple things. What did we shot at Paul's house? Our Christmas special from this year we shot at Paul's.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. With Micah Santa, that was perfect.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's all I got, Session.
Oh, it's Mage v Mage. Oh snap.
Mage v Mage.
Much appreciated. How was your day today? Oh, sorry to hear that. Not your typical
Let's,
elevator music, but if you want it in your
Sure, why
elevator,
not?
then use it. We set the tone, elements of bliss, and you might be good, but we do this.
I'm heading to work with my passive blank stare as I daydream of my girlfriend's massive curly hair. This is how I spent the last 4 years of university. I thought the workplace would have more mercy for me. I'm isolated like the Count of Monte Cristo. Getting out our dreams seems like a great manifesto.
Dude, you're a multitasking master. Playing
I
me,
do, yeah.
talking with me, answering people in the chat.
Right? Listening to De La Soul.
Very nice.
Traded in my hopes for a job at this office.
Let's see.
Blueprints from my great escape. A role Robert Redford would have portrayed great. This is balderdash. I check my chronograph and consider grappling up into the roof until I do the math.
Just get them all out there.
Nap to lose myself in the dreams I used to have.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Sorry, bro. Just gotta build that wall up, man.
Black blazer, avid stargazer, but in the daytime I just slay
4 mirror images. Those images would propagate on top of each other into infinity.
Just gotta back it up, back it up.
contemplation, mind useless.
Alright, let's see what we're gonna do here.
The nation based in theory, facing facts. We'd rather run.
How do I...
Book it from saying, Mommy, look at opportunities. I took it like a picture in some kind of booklet that I envisioned. The short time to escape the prison I'm living. The workforce, my relationships with others, a shit that no one's given.
Let's wait it out.
Feeling when you say what up, it's not the ceiling, it's my future. But right now I've lost hope, like I was learning to play euchre. Confidence riding to this top floor, and I'm not coming down again. I'm not, and I doubt that I'll sit down the pen. And then, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you today?
I'm just gonna sit on this for a second.
Oh, I need this. This will.
Sounds like the Great Wall of Sexy Ladies.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yep, it's true.
I promise it was she that stepped in. I didn't make her. Two tired legs, the stairs were grueling. And I said I'd take them once, but I was only fooling.
Oh, you. Oh, you. Oh, you.
We got it.
You know what? You know what?
Oh,
Okay.
I see. So spells. Okay, so characters don't really count as spells. Okay, I see. Interesting. Hey Nick, any chance of another continued John Trunk extravaganza? Maybe. We'll see.
But it has, but it has.
I don't even know. Oh man, that's good. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Make a choice. Do the thing.
Dude, Akira's like super stalking me.
You watching True Detective? I think
Yep.
that's what.
I just finished.
Wait.
it.
Dude, let's handle this thing.
Yeah, I watched. Did you watch True Detective? Did you watch any of that stuff?
Never heard of that.
Oh, dude, it's on HBO. It's great.
True Detective.
Yeah, and it's got Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. And they play these two detectives in Louisiana, and they
Louisiana.
solve this case. It takes place over two different time periods. It takes place in like 1995, and then they keep cutting back and forth to this like interview that they're doing in like 2010 or 2011 or something.
Okay.
So they keep going back and like talking about the details of this case and stuff. It's really well done. It's really well written. But the cool thing is it's not just a series. They're calling it like an anthology. So it's going to be kind of like a mini series. There's 8 episodes, and then this season is just like self-contained. So the next season it'll be different characters, different actors, different storyline. Oh shit! You just wiped everybody out. Fuck.
Dude, I
Dang.
wouldn't mind getting into a detective show. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's a really well done show. The last episode just aired on Sunday, so if you like HBO Go, you can catch up. But HBO is
do.
really good about putting their stuff up quickly.
I know. I love that.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Like, they actually want to stay in business.
Yeah, and compete. You know what they got to do, dude? They got to get away from like cable stuff. So like
Yeah.
Rebecca and I have cable, but like like I don't want to pay Comcast to get HBO. And I don't want like HBO channels. I just want HBO Go. You know,
Yeah, totally hear you.
it's like I think HBO wants to do that, but I feel like they just are kind of stuck in this like cable deal where they can't do that. I feel like
Yeah.
that's
I mean, I bet it's still profitable right now.
yeah. Can I do this?
Elvin Archer. Whoa. Feisty.
And oh, I'm frozen. Shit, I forgot about that. Boo.
Okay, let's see here. Oh my gosh. Get out of my face with these minions.
Oh shit, yeah, Akira brings up a good point. You would really like the intro. Like the credit sequence is amazing.
I love good credit sequences.
Yo.
Like, oh my gosh, what was... Okay, first of all, there's a classic movie that has an intro sequence. I can't remember I wouldn't even know what to search for to remember it. It's like red, black, and white, and it uses like these blocky figures. Anyway, Casino Royale is
Oh yeah,
solid.
yeah.
That's one of the more contemporary ones that's
Yeah.
freaking amazing.
That one's great. I mean, the Mad Men one's like classic. I think is that the one you're thinking about?
Mad Men?
Yeah.
No, it's not Mad Men. It's this old movie.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to come back and tell you about that later. Let's see. What will we do?
Yeah, dude. If I had like a dream job, it would be for like some kind of like creative firm where all we do is just like title sequences.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
And I mean, there's a couple out there. Like, there's a couple in LA and New York that like just do that stuff. It'd be awesome to do that.
I agree.
Son of a bitch.
I don't even know why I did
So
that.
good.
Actually.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can is really good.
Yeah.
There's this blog that I like check every once in a while called The Art of the Title, and it just breaks down like opening sequences. You can just like we can watch them and like they talk about like how they did it and they interview the people that worked on it. It's cool. It's a cool blog, and maybe one day I'll be on it. Dude, what is this? Whenever you can't spell game one attack.
Oh, right. There he's asleep. Well, I guess it's over.
Oh, man. All right. Okay.
Classic.
We're gonna do this now.
movies with opening sequences. With openings. 30 unforgettable movie opening sequences. Alright, I know it's gotta be in here. And I'm not alone in this. Right, Casino Royale is there, of course. Really good and bad, the ugly was okay.
What is it? Curious.
Is it Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Yes.
No. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I know what Akira's talking about. That guy's stuff is great.
It's not here. That's weird. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Akira's saying this guy. Maybe I don't know if this is him or not. Saul Bass.
Oh shoot! I think that's. Wait, did you just send me something?
Yeah, Akira's talking about this guy Saul Bass. I just looked him up on Wikipedia. He did a bunch of movies.
I think she might be onto something.
That Akira, she's all right.
Vertigo. Yes, it was Vertigo.
Oh my god, dude, that one's so good.
Dude, that one was. Oh no! It wasn't Vertigo. Anatomy of a Murder.
Oh,
wait.
I don't know.
Yeah. Wait. Yes. Anatomy of a Murder. You'll know right away when you see.
I'm gonna look it up. This is that blog I was talking about. It's like my favorite thing. They don't update too often, but when they do, it's just like, oh my god, this is great.
Sweet. Yeah.
What is it, Anatomy of a Murder? Intro. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah.
It's super well done.
There's nothing I love more than like, especially for like documentaries when it's like a documentary and it's like, sure, like it's spot on videography, they had all the right equipment, but they get like a really solid motion guy on board.
Oh, yeah.
That the clarity of everything communicated is just amazing. Like they
Yeah.
all the the right things to do.
It's so good. That's like it's like when you see something, you're just like, oh man, there it is. Like,
Yeah.
I think that the first time I saw Stranger Than Fiction, where he's like the credits roll and like it's like him like counting all this stuff, and there's like these motion graphics that like analyze like how many steps it is to this, and like all these different like pop out motion graphics. It's fucking nuts. It's so well done.
Yeah, this stuff is rad. Okay.
Oh my god, you have so many defenses. Sorry, bro. I just gotta roll like this.
What?
Sorry, man.
Oh.
I just straight up can't be having that.
Oh. I should have known. Turn 7. Why would you do that at turn 7?
I just
Not
pulled
you,
that card.
me,
No,
like-
no, I just pulled that card too. It's just super dumb luck.
Well.
Let's do deal 3 damage to an enemy.
Oh my gosh, with the taunt. I'm talking. I just have like 4. I guess
know,
I'm just jealous.
You just had that
Just
wall. up.
jealous.
I don't know what I want to do. I feel like I want to like piece this guy, drop this guy down. I feel like you have like something. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Hmm. Oh damn.
That's all I got.
This is all I got. Let's see. What is this? Let's just do this. Okay, okay. I should have picked the other one. I don't know why I did that. I was I was not thinking correctly.
It's all
Was
right.
not
That's-
thinking correctly.
That's what I've been doing the majority of the time. Let me see here.
Zeta says he never played a Bioshock game. You ever played Bioshock?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, play Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite. The only
that's-
ones you should play.
Yeah? 2's not very good.
No. It was made by a completely different team,
Oh, really?
and it was just bizarre.
That's interesting. I played Infinite and I really enjoyed it. We played it for the podcast. I really enjoyed it. But I never played the first one. I started to. I don't really like first person shooters. So like I started playing the first one and it had all the signs that I would enjoy it, but I just didn't want to like go through the motions of like doing first person shooter stuff, you know? Like I wanted to experience that world, but I didn't want to like put I'm going to say this and people are going to crucify me. I didn't want to go through the bullshit of playing the game. Do you know what I mean? Like I just wanted the movie version.
Yeah.
You know?
That's great. That's
like
great.
I wanted the story. I
That's
didn't
great.
want
You know
the
what?
frustration, you know?
Then I suggest you play Infinite because Infinite.
Yeah, Infinite. I really enjoyed Infinite. Infinite.
Oh,
was,
right. You said you played that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was linear. It was just like meow. You know,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
go here, do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the first one is a lot more mechanics oriented.
See, and I like all the stuff. Like people told me like what it's about and all this stuff, and it's like I like all that stuff, and I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like the setting. It's all super interesting to me. Yeah, I just didn't want to like put that time in.
Yeah. There's some games I'm like that. I'm like, yeah,
It's like I could do that.
This is
I
getting
could
in the
do that.
way of.
Yeah.
It's like when we were playing Psychonauts. Like
Yeah.
that one part where it's just like, all right, now it's a game. You have to grind in order for the thing.
It's
to
just like,
progress.
well, we just have to do this now.
And I almost wonder if at that time, like, it was just pressure, like, because how long was that game in total? Was it like 8 hours? I don't even remember.
I think something like that. I want to say like 10 or 12 maybe.
Like, I almost wonder if there was just like pressure to have a certain playtime to feel like the investment is worth it. And I think that's so silly, how like time is the only variable that you use to determine whether something is worthwhile or not.
Right.
I don't know, that seems really bizarre because if that time is filled with nonsense, it's filled with grinding, like mindless, like repetitive, like mantra. I don't see the point. I don't know. That's not very valuable. I'd rather.
Yeah, it's entertainment value wasted at that point. You know.
Yeah. At that point, I'd rather have gone home where it's like 2 hours, but it's constant engagement. It's constant rich content. You know.
Right.
Well,
I think that's.
Sorry, go ahead.
It makes you wonder. Like, is it? I think with video games, it's more like time, money investment.
Yeah.
Where like you need to make sure that. More time that you put into it makes it okay that you spent X amount of money for it. And I feel like other mediums don't have that like $60 price tag. I mean, it's so hard to like not compare TV and movies. You know what I mean? Just the same way you can compare movies and books. They're obviously like different mediums, but like there's different ways to like think about these things. But like movies don't suffer from that. You know what I mean? Like the price tag for a movie is, you know, based on your region. It's set kind of in stone. But like you're not going to be like, oh my god, I can't believe I just paid $15 for, you know, a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could be 2 hours, really?
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, put more in there. You know, like the biggest complaint with most movies is that it just felt kind of long. You know, like every like review on Rotten Tomatoes is like, it's a little long. Probably could have like dropped out half an hour, you know, and been okay with it.
Literally, like this may be something else. Literally, like RPGs being 40 hours. Primarily because 30 of the hours is grinding is like saying, oh, we have this family movie, just put in an hour of the kid eating cereal. That's all it is, like with regards to like efforts and like investment. There's no.
It's so true, man. It's like for like the movie equivalent of that is like, well, you know, they paid $15, so I guess put 4 reels of unedited footage, you know, like it just it doesn't add anything to it, man. And that's always like my biggest gripe with like video games. It's just like my time that I put in just doesn't feel justified for it. Somebody was giving me a hard time. I put up our last podcast we did Beyond Good and Evil. So like the first episode of the podcast, everybody really enjoyed it. I like the setting, I liked the story, it seemed really interesting and stuff. And then we're like, oh yeah, we'll continue. We'll play again. So on the next podcast, we played it again. And by that time, like something like switched. It just didn't feel fun anymore. Everything became like a chore, and everything felt like grindy, and it just felt like a thing that you just had to do. It's like, well, now I have to go here because the guy said to go here, you know?
Yeah.
And then we were kind of complaining about that and like making jokes about that, about how it just felt like chores, and we were complaining that it was just annoying and stuff. And one of the commenters on YouTube was just like, I don't want to hear you guys complaining about playing games. You know, it's like your job to play games. And I wanted to be like, well, it's not my job. Like, this is what we do for fun. You know, this is just like, you know, we just so happen to earn some money from it. This isn't like our job. I do other things for my job. This is just something I do for fun with my friends. And the only people that I'm like obliged to play this game for is my friends that I'm sitting here with. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So like complaining about it in that sense was just like, I'm just complaining that I'm not complaining that we had to play this game. I'm complaining that the game was not entertaining.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. That's really refreshing to hear you kind of say that.
What?
Perspective. I don't know. Just this is free content.
Yeah, you know, it's
free content. We're just doing our thing. So relax. Like.
Yeah, I almost like.
Do you have another in you or winding down?
Yeah, let's do one more. I'm good.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, for me, it's always like I just feel like when we put up one thing and someone was like, "Oh, you're not playing the game right," and I was just like, "Well, it's not really my job to play the game right. My job is just to entertain people. You know, like that's kind of what our channel's about. It's not really about like being the best at a game. Like I don't like you have on your thing like with a." No backseat gaming, you know, and it's just like, man, like you can play this game too. Like if you're watching this, you can play this and play it the quote right way. Yeah. You know, we're just messing around, you know.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, the experienced people who have gaming skills that I'm jealous of get crapped on all the time.
Yeah.
They get crapped on by people. It's like, oh, I wouldn't do it that way. Technically, and it's like, all right, so you can't win. All right. I'm just gonna have fun. Go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's like I want to critique things. And I want to like analyze the medium, and I want to like play around with that. But I feel like whenever I play a game, like I look back on like playing Final Fantasy VII, you know, for 100 hours, and it's like I spent a good chunk of that just running around in circles on an island. Agreed. Grinding my guys up and grinding, you know, all these things.
Not being able to turn random battles off. It just took a whole bunch of time sitting through all those sequences.
And especially for someone like me who's just like, well, I just want this story, man. I just want to know what happens in this game. And then there's such a long gap between story content versus game content that I forget what the story is.
Yeah.
And then it like loses its impact. So I need like kind of like emotional impact that the creators wanted to have on it is just lost on me, you know. Like I think the first time I really thought about what,
because I'm so mad,
because I'm
lost.
just like I'm just wandering this stuff. I think the first time I thought about like what actually happens in Final Fantasy VII, like Paul and I were talking about it one time, and he's like, oh yeah, it's this part, and I was like, oh, is that what happens? I just thought he like falls in the earth for some reason, you know, like it's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody hates Tifa. What is?
I can't wait to. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, but Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to play it just to like look at it with clear eyes and say, did this narrative merit the franchise that it's known for? Did we have this conversation already? I feel like we did already. Like did it merit this franchise, or was everyone just infatuated with the grandeur of the fact that it was the first 3D RPG?
I think that's a good part of it. You know,
you know what I mean?
It's you know, like did that game need 4 discs? You know what I mean? Like what is on all those discs that like, I mean, aside from like this convoluted plot, man, it and like, you know, I'm gonna say it too, man. Like I feel like that with like the Metal Gear stuff, it just gets so ridiculous and convoluted. It's like I don't even know what's happening anymore, man. It's just nuts, dude. I think I'm just like a different kind of player than most people who play video games, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like you view it in a fairly responsible way. I mean, that's why I kind of enjoy kind of hearing all your perspectives, because it's like, all right, here's maybe, I don't know. I don't want to draw lines in the sand. For me, it's like, all right, I want to hear what some adults have to say about the game.
No, totally.
Rather than being like hyper fanatical about it, like I just want to hear what adults say, like who have like things to do. Like, all right, how was this? Like, just being serious. Like, okay, games are art, therefore, like a lot of people seem to view like the whole idea of like, oh yeah, games are art, so that means that they're untouchable, like because it's all about perspective. It's like no. Games are art, therefore we have to hold it to the same standards that we've held other mediums that have lasted much longer, and say, hey, like, yeah, there was this part that was like super drawn out, and I'm not 12. I don't care about being the best. I care about what this did. Like, there are more meaningful like payoff. And someone else, maybe someone else said this, so I definitely don't want to feel like I'm stealing it. But or maybe I thought of it myself. I don't know. Like, payoff gets new definitions as you get older. Like, when you're younger, payoff is winning that game. Like, whether it's a card game or like football or something like that. Yeah. But like, payoff starts to become, and like growth starts to become, it starts to take on new forms when you get older, because you start finding like, I don't know, intrinsic rewards in like relationships, or like persevering through things. And in that sense, playing through a game that like stimulates you more than like you won or you got the highest score tends to carry just as much weight as like, I don't know, beating something, or I don't know.
No, I agree, man. And it's like like beating a game is nice, and that's the way. I don't like abandoned games, because I feel like it's the same way as just like I have like a stack of movies like on top of my like entertainment center. It's like they're like separated into piles, and it's like not seen before, like to watch again, you know, and like to watch more analytically, right? So like I don't like starting something and then not finishing it, only to like try and finish it another time. And I feel like that's just like a step backwards for me. Yeah. So like that's the way I feel with games. Like if I start a game, like I want to make sure that I like finish it. Definitely. And if I don't, it bothers me. You know, it just like it just sits there in like this like uncompleted task. I just wander around the world for hours. Yeah, the cynical giant dude is saying the same thing. I beat games, play the ones that have a great atmospheric world, really fun experiences. I often just wander around in the game world for hours, doing any of the actual quests or anything. I just love exploring. I love exploring too, and that's part of it too. Like I wanted to play more like Minecraft.
I've been meaning to get into that,
but I feel like I missed it.
You missed the moment.
I missed the moment, and now it's for me to get into it now would just be like, oh yeah, I did that before, and it's like, and the gaming culture is very I don't want to say guilty, but guilty is the right word for it. It's very guilty of this, where it's just like, hey man, game of the year of the week, it's it right now, you know. Like every game that comes out is just like, it's the best game ever. It's the best game ever. Yeah. Until the next game comes out, then that's the best game ever. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So like I like always like having like this like time span.
I saw it just now. Like if I just like look at my Twitter timeline, it's so like, it's as if everyone, I don't know, is everyone just like beating? Sometimes I wonder, like, is everyone else just getting the game as soon as it comes out,
Right.
beating it,
Yep.
and then moving on to the next one right away. Because I got stuff. Like, there
that's-
was, like, my Twitter feed was literally, like, Bravely Default. Oh my, Bravely Default. Revolutionary Bravely Default. The next week, Titanfall. Dude, Titanfall. Oh my gosh, Titanfall.
It's like, hey, nobody's talking about this other game. That's like, 6 months ago. It's like, you guys, are we not playing Grand Theft Auto 5 anymore? Because I just got it because I want to play it, and now I freed up some time, and now I can play it. You guys want to play it? And it's like, no, we're not playing that anymore. It's a really, I think it's a weird, it's a generational thing almost.
Yeah, very possible. It almost makes me wonder. I don't know. Is this has to be affecting like game reviews and criticism? Like, I don't know, because if a title is so disposable in such a short amount of time, how do people look at it when they first get it? Like, I don't know. I always found a good value in, whether it's a book or something like that, like letting it grow on you. And I just wonder if, like, somewhere in between the desire to be first for the sake of like attention or views, or I guess just being the first, or even keeping up with the pace at which like games or any other medium is released, if we don't let anything grow on us ever, and we just go into completely new experiences created by completely different people with what we knew from other things in the medium and expect it to be the same way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, totally, man. There's like you're right, there's no chance for like reflection. And I feel like the system's been set up in a way where it encourages that. And then in order to go back to another way of doing things is almost impossible at this point.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Like, so when I first met up with like Paul and like Luke and stuff, they were working for this website called GameRevision.com. And GameRevision was like, I think I told you before, it was like they want to make videos and stuff, they want to make entertainment stuff, but they were also like a video game news outlet, right? And Luke is in video game journalism and stuff. So working there, like, I kind of like found out how that system works, and it's like, you develop good relationships with the developers and the company that's releasing it and stuff, and then they send you advanced things, not so much that like say something good about it, but like, someone sent you something and then there's like an embargo on it, and that's just something that like everybody adheres to, right? It's like, I just don't understand that part of the way like news outlets work now.
Right.
It's kind of like that too. Like, there's like promotional stuff at the station that like we might get, and there's like an embargo, like, hey, the movie doesn't come out yet, so don't talk about it until like a week beforehand, like kind of like that kind of thing. But like,
right,
it's so
it's very much like you're not proud of it.
Yeah, it's just a
You're
weird.
just not proud of it. It's like, oh, we don't want to ruin it, but it's like, if you're proud of it,
Yeah, like, let's talk about it, and like let's build up a thing for it. In the game world, game journalists and game critics are the same people, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Could you clarify the difference?
I don't think there is. Like, I think
I mean, like in everything else.
I think like if you were to talk about like I'm gonna keep going to movies. That's just like my thing, right? But like someone who, I mean, I guess that comes from like the blog thing. But I think about somebody, like Roger Ebert wasn't a journalist. He was a film critic. He would just critique movies. That was his thing. He didn't like, he didn't report on like movie news. He didn't report on actors and gossip and stuff like that. He was just like, hey, this is what I think of the movie, and if you like it, great, and if you don't, then whatever. Yeah. But like, this is my interpretation of it. But like, I feel with game journalism, like people who,
oh yeah, you're right,
do you know what I mean? Like, you go to like Game Informer, there's people writing about gaming news, and they're also like critiquing things, and like, so you get into the situation, like there was I think it was like GamePro or something, where like some fucking game was coming out, and the company was like, hey, the game's coming out soon. Here's a review copy, and the guy reviewed it and gave it like poor. I think it was like Kane and Lynch or something. I don't know, some video game, but like they reviewed it poorly, and that company was like an advertiser on the site and got upset about it, and the dude like lost his job. So it's this weird line that like should be drawn if you're a journalist, but like doesn't get drawn. And I feel like the blogs kind of like blur that line a lot. It's a really weird time that we live in, man. And it's you know, the Edward R. Murrows of like the world are kind of like not there. Like there's like I'm sure there's journalists out there who like do things the way like a journalist should do things.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't feel like that sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, I wonder if I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the written word doesn't quite get the respect that it deserves.
No, I agree, man. I'm super guilty of it. It's like, you know, I wake up every morning and spend like the first half hour of my day just like reading and catching up on news and stuff. But then like later in the day, I'm like, I don't want to read things. I just want to digest it visually, you know?
Yeah. I totally hear you.
Yeah, here's someone rated S. I used to do game journalism and realized I was wearing both hats, but shouldn't be. It's such a frustrating dissonance to experience. It's true, man. It's like, yeah, man. The system is like set up really weird, you know, like I'm sure there's some kind of like pressure where it's like, hey, make sure you give that game a good review because the other one's coming out. If you give it a good review, we'll give you the game ahead of time next time. I mean, I don't know if that happens, but like it seems like that would be a situation where something like that would happen, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally hear you. I bet there's pressure like that all the time. I bet a lot of people succumb to it too, because I don't know. I guess really for anything, especially on the internet, there's probably just like a natural feeling. Like I bet like a lot of younger guys don't even mean anything like insidious or malicious about it, but maybe they'll make like some decent internet content, and then a company will reach out to them and be like, "Here's a free copy of our game for you to look at," and out of excitement, like they'll feel that implicit obligation to like make something positive, or maybe they'll just genuinely feel positive because they received a free game and they never thought that they would, and
right.
feel like their career's kind of taken off somewhere or something like that.
Yeah,
and
that's probably a big part of it, you know, like that stuff is exciting, you know.
Yeah,
and like I'm sure that sways, you know, some opinions about it, but that's, I mean, like if you're like be a journalist, that's kind of like you're supposed to not do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. How do you feel about the idea of being a qualified journalist? Like having some kind of barrier of entry. In some way, I think like the knee-jerk reaction is, no, anyone can be a journalist. Who do you think you are? But in the same regard, the situation we have right now on the internet is a perfect example of what happens when things go unchaperoned. Like it's weird. It's almost like a catch-22. Like when things go unchaperoned, you have situations where companies might take advantage of like younger and smaller like outlets. But if there is a barrier of entry, you get this Illuminati effect where you kind of have no idea who's calling the shots, and if there's money being passed under the table for particular perspectives on whatever the case, whatever's being reviewed. It's weird. Maybe we're just horrible people.
In general, people are horrible. Yeah. You know, it is really weird because it's the internet's great because it gives everybody a voice, and you know, nobody's voice should be suppressed. Everybody's opinions are valid, you know. But at the same time, it just becomes a cacophony. And there should be gatekeepers to decide, almost, I don't want to say gatekeepers, maybe like curators to decide like whose voice is, I don't want to say more important, but maybe not more valid is the right term either, but more, it just carries more weight, I guess, you know? Yeah, I don't know if that's like the right term for it. I think just because like the internet gives everybody a voice, that not everybody should be shouting their opinion at it
Yeah.
all the time. You know what I mean? There's some
I
nice
don't know if you
things.
can stop people.
No, totally. And I wouldn't expect to even try. Yeah, sorry, dude. But there is something nice to like.
Where's my flame strike? I don't get it.
Dude, you
haven't
missed
gotten
out,
one. I
man.
didn't get one all last game. What's going on?
It just like I just feel like there's certain things should rise up and become more loud. You know, whether that be like a news outlet or whether that's like a blog that just has more traffic and has more stuff. I don't know, man. But you're right. That like kind of corruption thing probably has to take place on some level.
It's too much. That's why I don't read
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah, I don't either, man.
I just, especially with movies, I just realize that whatever gets a lower score, I end up liking.
Right? No, dude, I'm the same way. Man. Like, you know, I always go by like the Rotten Tomato thing, and there are things a good bearing on it, but like I don't take that as like truth, and I don't take it as like fact. You know what I mean? If they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this movie's only got a 67%, it's like, okay, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. Just
Yeah, there
means
could,
that
there could
like
be something nice in there. I don't know.
some people like it. Yeah, exactly. For me, like the way, I think the way that you're supposed to do it and the way like people used to do it was like you would find which critic you align with, you know, like this person has similar taste to me. This person is like almost like a curator of this art form that and my taste and my interests align with them. So I'm going to take their opinion of it
Exactly.
with like a higher value than like
Exactly.
just some random score, you know?
Yeah, that's something I talked about in. Remember how we had to? So when Normal Boots was gonna launch, John IM'd us like
Mhm.
we had to submit some kind of post. At
Right.
first, I thought I didn't know it was like the post was supposed to be like just, hey, welcome to Normal Boots, we have stuff. Like I thought it was supposed to be like legit journalism.
Dude,
So-
yours is great, man.
So
I read yours and I was like,
okay, right.
perfect.
So like I addressed like it would be awesome if there was like a blog site that had like profiles
right.
on everyone that reviewed stuff. That way you can kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like this person's my match, or
Yeah.
even not a match, but even like, oh, I know what this guy hates, I know what this guy loves, therefore I can kind of, I don't know, I can get a lay of the land as to what he's getting at when he reviews particular things. You know, I can
Yeah.
telegraph compatibility and stuff.
Dude, I thought yours was great, man. Don't feel bad about it, because like
Thanks,
your
man.
post is like, it's you, man. Like that's what, like, you know, you and Shane bring like I don't want to say legitimacy, that's the wrong word, but a seriousness that like all of the other people on there don't bring, you know. And I like that, and you know, I think that's a nice, like, it rounds out the site nicely, and it I remember reading your post, I was like, oh, classic Satch, I love it, man.
Oh no!
No, man, not at all. It was great. Someone was asking about Total Biscuit. What do you guys think about the validity of some YouTube channels who do first impression or reviews? Like Total Biscuit, I get a lot of my gaming reviews and ideas of what I like from him. I trust him and share a lot of his opinions. That's what you're supposed to do, man. That's like, you know,
Yep.
you're supposed to look at someone who, like, you think about like a reviewer as like an elected official. Like, this is someone that society has elected to, like, their job is to be in charge of rating things and critiquing things and trying to interpret all those things, because there's way too much out there, and they're your filter and your funnel for like what they think is good, and you can agree with that or disagree with that, and you can like, oh, well, this guy liked it, but this guy didn't, so I'll see and decide for myself. I mean, ultimately, you should make your own opinions about things, and don't just go by.
You better make your own opinion, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Total Biscuit makes it really easy for
Yeah.
you to. He states, he'll he'll state his own weaknesses.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
states
totally.
his strengths. He states his bent, his personality bent, his critique bent, and all you have to do is use your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of figure it out. And even if you don't kind of hear him like state where he comes from in reviewing a particular genre of game, there is nothing. How do you say it? When you do hear a lot of reflective chatter on journalism, commonly it's pretty common to talk about like escaping subjectivity, but that's stupid. You're not going to escape it. Like, part of the point of a review is hearing you can't completely separate subjectivity from it. In some ways it's like a part of it, like it's kind of like a necessary evil, but Total Biscuit does a really good job of explaining exactly why. I think that's a really cool exercise. I mean, chime in, dude. I think it's a really cool exercise to explain every thought you have, and to avoid saying the words "I feel like,"
Right.
and to state where you stand and state why.
Right.
Like, stating why always. I mean, it makes you better as like a writer to state why.
Yeah.
You hold yourself accountable to saying meaningful things.
That's a good point, man. I find I say like I feel all the time, like I feel like this. But like you're right, it's like this is a fact, you know, like, or whatever, you know. It makes more sense.
I get stuck in it all the time, especially when I'm like, I don't like doing it when I'm like art directing. I hate saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But it happens. It's like,
Yeah, totally.
I feel like I should. I feel like I should.
Yeah. But at the same time, you want to be like, it should be like this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't want to be like I don't want to come off as a douche either.
Right.
I guess this is just another way to say. Yeah.
Would you ever consider reviewing games, analyzing games, or movies? I wouldn't feel comfortable doing games, but definitely movies I'd have opinions on. Yeah, I feel like with games I just wouldn't.
I'm surprised you haven't done any movie stuff.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's hard because like I like love movies, and like I guess I never want to feel like an expert on that stuff. Like, I don't consider myself an expert. I'm just passionate about it and like them a lot. You know what I mean? And it's hard because I think people assume that when you state your opinions and talk about and critique them, they assume that you're an expert. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't want it to come across that way. I want it to just be like, here's my opinion on it. What's yours? You know, I think that's much more engaging than like, let me tell you, you know?
Totally. You ever get any ideas like for like, oh man, that'd be a cool like short or something?
Yeah, you know, I haven't in a while. I've been feeling like creatively.
All right, been feeling a little barren these days, right?
Yeah, just not writer's block. Just I think my like approach to everything was like different years ago. I used to think about that, like when I finished school, I used to think about things in terms of like shorts and like films and like this would be cool to do this and trying to expand on ideas like that.
Yeah.
And then when we worked at Game Revision, it kind of shifted to like, you know, we were doing those trailers and stuff, so it shifted to like that kind of thought process. And then
Which is pretty cool.
yeah, I'm super happy with them. I'm super proud of those. But now we're kind of like in continue mode, and Smart Guys is a little different. That's like, I mean, I've always like written things, but this is like my first foray into like writing stuff together. So like that was like an experience, and that was fun. But I think I'd like to get back into like the filmmaking stuff. Like my New Year's resolution last year was like, I want to make another short film, and I kind of felt like that I completed it. Like we did a few of those shorts, like we did that like Dear Josh short, and to me,
Yeah.
that felt more like a film rather than like a dumb continue sketch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been trying to like write, like whenever we get together to write more continue stuff, I try to not make them like continue centric. Like I like the idea of like someone just coming in.
Wait, what do you guys write? Sorry.
Like we write like sketches and stuff. Like whenever we do like, we've done like a few like little short sketch things.
Okay.
So like whenever like we write more of them, I always try and make them feel like self-contained. Like you don't need to, and like Smart Guys is like that. Smart Guys, you don't need to know anything about us. You don't need to know anything about Continue. It's its own story. It's its own thing. And I want more of them to like feel like that. So I'd like to get back in the habit of that. Like I wrote this thing like a year ago. And it's like a goofy comedy kind of thing, but like I want to expand on it. I just haven't had it. I think I'm so used to like writing with the guys that I just got like not confident about it. You know, I was like, oh, this is all right. I'll send it to the guys and see what they think. Whereas like I need to get back into the habit of like, I think I had more confidence with it where I was just like, yeah, this is going to be great because I'm writing it and I'm going to do it. You know,
dude, I totally know what you're feeling right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. I'm very
unhappy.
acclimated. I'm very like acclimated to team atmosphere these days. I don't know, and I don't know. I guess what you said, I was just like, cool.
No,
Yeah, go
that's
ahead.
it's nice to like feel that I'm not alone in that because
Yeah.
it's like I'm so like ingrained to like work with the guys, and it's not a negative thing. I love working with them, and
No, not at
you know,
all.
I'll
Yeah.
work with them, you know, for the rest of my life probably.
It's just definitely different.
Yeah, it's a different kind of mindset where it's like collaborating is such a different thing than just like doing it yourself
Just
and having
moving
like the
forward.
confidence and like the sheer like dumbness to be like, I'm gonna do this. You know, it's like blind
Yeah.
faith that you're gonna like make it and it's gonna be great. You know.
Yeah. A few days ago, an idea for like a feature-length project came to my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I just got scared, and I just stopped thinking about it.
Yeah, and like you know what it is. I think that's part of my problem. Like, I mean,
It's
you,
like, how
you and I,
can I do it? I don't know. Yeah.
right, and that's part of it too. Is like, I think we've gotten to where we are right now, and like, how do you like unlearn? Like, we used to do stuff all the time. Like, we did all these things, and I like look back at them, and I'm like, why did we do that? You know, like why did I make that? And it's like I just made that because I just wanted to make it. You know, I just had like this like sheer desire to make it, and that was like just what I did. You know, so like I'd like to get back in that mindset and not worry about like the dumb challenges. You know,
Yeah, totally hear you.
so I'd like to get back into that. Like,
Because it's like when you think about it, it's like the only reason anything got done was just because I wanted it to exist.
yeah, dude, right?
You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that mattered. Like that's the only thing.
That's exactly what it is, man. It's like it's here because of my sheer desire to like will it into existence, and like I need to get back into that because everybody has like different workflows and different work ethics and stuff. So like I need to like re-find mine and like just kind of get back on track the way I like used to be, you know?
Yeah, it's
So like, you know, my new New Year's resolution is that like I'd like to do another film, but like, and it could be a continue thing, but like something that's again like totally self-contained. That's just like a film, you know? Like I would really like for us to like do another short or do like another maybe it's even like a sketch, just some kind of like short form thing where we're not us, you know, we're playing characters or something, you know. And last year was nice because we did that Christmas special, and like I was telling Paul about it too, and I was like, hey man, like I used to be like the one that like directs all these things. I used to be like, we used to do that, but now like we're in front of the camera, so it's like different. So I'd like to go back to like directing something. So he's like, oh, I hear what you're saying, man. I was like, yeah, I just want to like direct this thing and not have to worry about my scene or like acting in front of the camera, and just like make it, you know, just make it like the way I picture it in my head, not have to worry about like who's operating the camera while I'm on, and you know what I mean, like all that.
Yeah.
So Paul and Dom wrote this Christmas sketch that we wound up filming, and it was nice. He's like, hey, we wrote you out of it. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. And he's like, okay. He's like, I remember you saying that, and I just want to make sure that was cool. I was like, yeah, man, I want to direct it. He's like, yeah, we want you to direct it. I was like, oh, perfect. It's a nice scenario.
That's rad, yeah.
So I'd like to like do more of that stuff, and like, it would actually be fine with me too. Like I talked to Paul about this before, where like, so there's that show Workaholics on Comedy Central. So it's 3 dudes on the show.
Yeah, I've
right?
seen the first season. It's
yeah,
funny.
oh my god, it's great. It's like
it's solid.
shows. It's like one of how
and it's like our language.
Yeah, dude. When we were writing Smart Guys, we're like, it's gonna be like Workaholics, but like with us. So, but like what most people don't realize is that like it's the 3 guys. It's the 3 of them. But then the other guy, Carl, who's like their crazy neighbor, is the 4th member of the group, and he directs like most of the episodes and like writes with them and does all that stuff. So I said to Paul one time, I was like, hey man, if we wound up in like a Workaholic situation where like I'm like the Carl of the group, I'm totally fine with that.
Nice.
And he's like, no, you're great on camera. I was like, no, I appreciate it, but like, I would like, it's totally fine with me to just be like the director, and I think that's what I really want to do, and like move toward that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah. So like,
that.
it's hard, and like Smart Guys is kind of like that, but I mean, we're still on camera, but like, I think the next thing I would like us to do is just do something where we're just like completely not out of our element, but like not what our audience is expecting.
Yeah. Writing off of stuff you've said in the past, I would love to see what it would be like if we worked on a short together.
I agree, man. Dude,
like, I just want to see what it would look like.
You know what I think too? Like, I'd like to like write again, but like I keep trying to think of like stories, like a story that I like want to tell in like a short form.
I have a hard time with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, like I feel more comfortable. And I think that where my strong point is someone comes up with an idea and I kind of like help. We collaborate, like
yeah, I'm in the same
expanding
place.
on it and adjusting. Like I think rewrites is where I'm really strong with, but like that starting off point is just like tough.
It's
for
so
me.
difficult. Yeah, I'm totally with you. I get ideas for. I guess I get fired up when there's something for me to work off of. Like, like I can hear a premise for something and it's like, oh yeah, and then shots start coming to mind, and then music starts coming to mind, and all these things start coming to mind. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, I guess exactly what you said. Like revamping something or taking something that's maybe slightly unpolished and like putting a more focused vision on it, and yeah. I don't know. I like flexing those muscles, I guess.
Yeah, likewise, man. It's nice to like take an idea and like run with it, and I think that's man. We'll do some cool shit together.
Yeah. How do I handle this mirror image? My lord. Oh,
yeah, right.
This will do something. Oh,
you got some good stuff.
Right back at you, mother sucker. And
this guy nailed it. He says this indie Baba 2, I don't know, whatever this pants something. Says, I like the kind of sketches where actors still have their real names in the film, but they play a different personality than their regular ones. I mean, that's pretty much what Smart Guys is, and that's kind of how we play. That's how we play up each other on the show already. I'm just going to do this. It is kind of nice. Like, sorry, bro. Oh, fuck, I don't have enough mana now. I never really, like... one time I was reading like that TV trope site, and I realized that we kind of fall into this trope, and I guess it was like in my head it was kind of unintentional, but then we realized that that's kind of like how it is. Like we're like the power trio trope, like the 3 of us on Continue. It's like, and like Always Sunny like talks about it all the time. There's the brains, the looks, and the wild card, and it's so crazy. Like we just like fall into that, you know.
That's pretty funny, yeah.
When is it coming out? Smart Guys will be done later. We're like editing right now. Yeah. What does this guy do? Oh, he's just I guess I have to do this. That sucks. I think I have to take a 5 damage hit now.
Ah!
Sorry.
Ah! Okay. How do we do this? Wait, what did you just say? Oh, I see what you said.
Yeah, it has to like, yeah, set remaining health to 15. So like, it was either give you 9 or.
Well,
How long are the episodes of Smart Guys? It'd probably be like 10, 15 minutes is what they're all going to wind up being. Later is not a specific date. I don't have a specific date for you, man. Oh, he's kidding.
I can do something really weird. I want to see your hand.
You're not missing much. Let's see. It is a Frost Wolf Warlord. And then 2 arcane explosions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
There's that flame strike. Oh, there it is, dude.
I know, right? I like looked at that frame. I got tricked into thinking it was taunt for a second. I was like, "Wait, that's not taunt."
Yeah. Just the dragon frame, I guess. Yeah.
So wait, so who does shoot? Continue show.
When we set up like regular stuff, like when we set up like the normal show, we kind of just all set it up together.
Okay.
And then Paul just like handles the camera while like I'm playing around with everything else.
Okay.
I guess I gotta take these guys out. But then when we do like sketches, like
Oh my god.
I used to shoot a lot of it, and now we kind of just like hand off stuff. But like, I'm trying to think like. Yeah, Paul and I kind of like switch off occasionally.
Okay. That's cool.
Oh damn!
Cool.
Damn, dude, that came out of nowhere.
I don't even know how that happened.
Nice job.
I got super lucky there.
That was good, dude.
Alrighty.
Well, that was
Time to call it. That
a
was
blast as always, man.
indeed. In word and indeed. Chat, thank you for chilling, having a good time. It's time to call it
Likewise.
a night. Satchel's gonna go to sleep.
Likewise, man. I gotta wake up early.
Dude,
tomorrow.
I've been going to sleep earlier and I feel better.
Yeah, that's, dude.
there are
Right?
there are other ways I want to say it. I don't know. I want to live the next day. It feels great.
Yeah, man, dude. You like you get a good night's sleep, and you're like, oh wow, I feel great.
Yeah.
I almost should get 8 hours every night.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's shut
Well,
this
cool,
thing
man.
down. Alrighty. Peace, folks. Do
Bye,
your thing.
everybody.